EXS-250 lab midterm practical, where I'll be taking you through 3 exercises with my client Robbie here, and then I'll also have 2 tests and measures to justify and rationalize my exercises. So Robbie, the first one, we're going to do like a lower body type exercise, and that'll be our focus of the day. So the first one I have for us for a measure is I would like to do a muscular endurance test, which is the 2-minute step test. And so what it is it's at 12 inches high, and for 2 minutes we will step up onto the box. So the way you'll do it is you'll step up with one foot, up with the other foot, and then down with the foot, down with the foot, like this. And so you'll have a 96 beats per minute cadence when you step. And so when you're doing it, we'll do it for 2 minutes, and it just ensures that you have the proper muscular endurance to take out lower body exercises, and specifically targets like those quads and glutes to make sure that's a good exercise fit for us. So I'll have you do that. And so yeah, once again, just you're at this cadence ready for 2 minutes. Sure. Normally you'd use a metronome. We don't have access to that right now, so we will just be using a generalized cadence. Awesome. Whenever you're ready.
All right. And done.
Awesome. So looking at this test, it does test that muscular endurance as we saw. Robbie did great. And so by testing this muscular endurance, we can qualitatively see that he is fit to do an exercise program specifically for the lower body, because it targets those lower body muscles in an endurance fashion. Awesome. Awesome. So the next test we're going to do for Robbie here is a quadriceps manual muscle test, and that's just to ensure that he's got the proper leg strength and adequate strength that lower body muscle strength exercises will be appropriate for him. So we'll do that now. So what I'll have you do is go ahead and scooch back just a little bit, and what you're going to do is you're going to start at 90 degrees, and I'm going to brace here, and I just want you to resist me. So go ahead and push. Yep. Awesome. Good. And you can see there he's got adequate strength in that right quadricep, so he'd be good on that side to do any exercise that involves strength, and the same thing on this other side. So go ahead, ready, sit down. Good. Good. Awesome. And then there's that second one. So the main thing we're checking is you just want to brace there, and you want to try and push them to overcome the pressure. But if they have good quadricep strength, that won't cause them pain, and they will have adequate pressure. Back to you. Awesome. First exercise we're going to do is the deadlift. So after determining that he's got good muscular endurance and good muscular strength, we know that this is a safe exercise to do for the lower body, and so I'll take you through it. So the muscles that this one targets is the prime mover and agonist is the glutes. It's a very glute-centric. It works a lot of the posterior chain. The antagonist would be like the rectus femoris of the quadriceps, as well as the iliopsoas, since those oppose that hip extension. And then the hamstrings also synergize the hip extension, but it's primarily a glute exercise. The other muscles that antagonize would be the anterior tib and the pecs, since you also engage with the stabilizers with your lats. So what we'll go through is I'll take you through it. The way you want to do this exercise is you want to stand as close to the bar as possible with your shins, and you want to have your arms down, and you want to engage your lats when you grab the bar. So you're here, you're going to retract your scapula and engage those lats. You want your chest high, but you don't want like a big arc in your back. So you want to keep everything neutral through here. And so you're going to engage there, and then you're just going to pick up the bar and bring it along your shins. So. Awesome. I'll have you do 5 for one set. There isn't really a spotting technique since it's a low risk exercise, but if you need to, just drop the bar and almost bring it a little bit forward just so it doesn't hit you in the legs. If you need to bail, just drop and back off. Cool. Yep. Now back here to make sure you don't fall. Yep. So engage those lats, pull them back and retract. Awesome. Good. Yep. Really keep that chest tall. Try not to neutral back. place a little more on your depth. So try and go a little bit lower. There you go. Awesome, that looks pretty good, so that's our first one. The second exercise I have today is the goblet squat. So the goblet squat is more quad-centric, having that load in front of your body instead of below where you're doing more of a hinge motion, or behind you where it's more glute focused. So the main prime mover and agonist is the quads, and then it also works a little bit in that glutes and the gastroc as well. The hamstrings would be more of the antagonist here, as well as that anterior tib, but then yeah, stabilizers core and like erector spinae of the back, so the abdominis rectus. But the way you'll do this exercise is you'll brace it with your hands here, so you want to have it almost like a cupped grip where you're, and keep it close to your chest. The main things you see that people do wrong is they have it too high or too low, or they just have it too far out. So you want to just situate it next to your chest and stabilize with your arms. You want to have your feet, when you do it, you want to slightly externally rotate your feet a little bit, and then just sit into a chair is kind of the best cue to give. And so you're just going to sit here, keeping your chest high, and the main things you don't want to focus on, or you don't want to do, is like fold forward, or just, fold forward is the main thing. And so just keep it here. Awesome. I'll have you do 8 repeats. All right.
So keep it close to my chest.
Yeah, keep it close to your chest.
By the external rotate my.
Yep, so you just want your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart and slightly externally rotated, and then I just want you to sit into the chair. Awesome, very nice, yep. Just keep that butt tucked and chest high. Try and place more of your weight onto your heels. If you need to step a little bit wider, you can. Very nice, great improvement. Awesome, I can take that back from you.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, so our third exercise is the back squat. The main movement that this does, it focuses both quads and the glutes, so those are the main agonists. The back squat is a little more glute-centric, so this will be your prime mover. The antagonist is still that hamstring, similar to the goblet squat, and then also like the anterior tib, and then the lats and core help stabilize, so you'll use that abdominis rectus and those lats to really just keep the bar situated on your back, and then I'll take you through it, and we'll do like a set of 6 for you. So, and actually, this for us. Go ahead and throw the 25 zone. Wonderful. So for this exercise, what you'll do is you'll grab, I like my pinkies right at this little marker line, and then you'll end up going under the bar, and you want to pull your lats down to really situate it. We're going to do a high bar back squat, so you want the bar across the top of your shoulder blades, and you'll stand up here. So when you do it, you want that all centered up, make sure you got good balance, and you're just stabilizing with your lats and pulling it down, and then having good core. You want to still step with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and externally rotate those feet just a little bit, so have them pointing slightly out. And then you're going to go down, and the main thing you want is you just want to sit into that chair and come all the way. Yep, so you'll do it there. The main things you want to avoid are folding forward too much or getting too far up on your toes. But yeah, we'll take you through it, and I'll spot you for it. Awesome, yep, so there, and then engage the lats when you step under it, and then just make sure that bar is under your body, or above your body, so just everything in line. The way you spot it is you're gonna do like a bar on the back spot. So I always turn my hands out just for Title IX reasons, and just to make sure you're situated professionally there. But the main way you'll do it is we'll do a hug and lift, so if you have to, you'll hug and you'll help them get up, so you'll be here spot. So go ahead and squat whenever you're ready. Yep. Externally rotate those feet just a little bit. Perfect. And we'll do 6. Okay. Awesome. And then you just help him get back in. Perfect job. You looked really good. The main thing I would recommend is just for this next set, if we step a little bit wider just so there's a little more hip flexion rather than knee flexion, but overall that was really good.
Yeah, that was great.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I'll see you in the future.
All right, thank you.